Okay, I want to show you how to do strips of half square triangles without having to rip paper off by doing the foundation paper piecing method using freezer paper. And what I've done is I've just traced my image to the freezer paper, and you can download this on my site. I'll have it on there as a link so that if you want to do finished size 2-inch half square triangles, you can use this. All I did was I traced it to the freezer paper. I took one of my business cards, and I am simply taking my business card and placing it right on the line where I'm going to sew, and then I take the freezer paper and I bend it over, and then I'm going to do it again here, and I'm going to bend it over. Then I'm going to do it again here, where I would cut it apart between sets and bend it over and crease it. Now I'm going to take my unit, which is going to be purple and green, because those are my favorite colors. Sorry about the little jog there. And I'm going to carefully align the edges, and then I'm going to press this down. Oops, can you see? I'm going to press it in place, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. You can see that I have pressed this to it. The fabric is sticking to the freezer paper. And what I want to do is peel back this corner to where I creased it. Now here is a really cool thing. When I sew on here, I could just take my sewing machine and eyeball it and try and get close to the crease. But if you have an edging foot, this is an awesome foot, and I use it all the time. I use it for stitch in the ditch. I use it when I want to do something a specific distance away from an edge. And so I have put that on my machine. Let's put this so that you can see what I'm talking about. An edge foot. I'm going to pull it off here. An edge foot has a little, I don't know what you call that thing, a guide right here in the center, which goes right in the ditch, or it goes right next to whatever it is you're trying to sew a distance away from. And I'm putting it in my machine. Now, I can take my needle if I'm worried about sewing directly on the paper itself, and I can put the needle to one side, just like one little notch over. And I am sewing this with white thread, well, cream, because I want you to be able to see the stitching when I'm done. So I am just going to start stitching, and this little edge is keeping it knocked right up here against the freezer paper, which is great. That means my stitching is going to be perfect, and I don't have to worry about stitching through the paper and having to rip it off. And I can use this over and over again, because freezer paper, as you know, will stick again. Now, I'm going to pull this off. Do you see the stitching? And then I have my other crease right here. So all I have to do is come back on this side and I'm going to move my needle over to the other side so I don't accidentally stitch on the paper. And my freezer paper is stuck to this fabric, so I don't have to worry about it coming off and moving on me. I again am going to lower my feed dogs, and then I will simply stitch the other side. Is this not the coolest thing? Now, I'm done with that. I can continue going all the way up the strip if I want to, and all I have to do then is cut these apart in between, and when I press them open, I will have a perfect half square triangle. Is that not the coolest thing? Ha!